Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 3 of the Pokemon Truck Series. This is it folks, this is the season finale of the Pokemon Truck Series Season 3. It all comes down to this. 4 drivers will battle it out for the title here at Joltis in this 12-lap showdown. On the pole we have the 98 of Ryan Rickshaw, and on his outside will be the number 41 of Philip Goldberg. And row 2 will have Greg Torres in the 3 and the 16 of Anthony DiLello. Those are the 4 drivers that'll be battling for the championship. And the rest of the field you see on your screen are all just competing to win and make this championship race more interesting. So that everyone wants to go out on top with wins and stuff. So only one driver, only one of these 4 though will be your Season 3 Cup champion. And we're about to go trackside right now for the command to fire up the engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Nice evening, long day. It's going to be a lot of adjustments. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. This is a real race here. We're going to have a blast tonight. I can't wait to get out there and get going.
And so here we go, the championship race here in the Pokemon Truck Series. It's Rickshaw, Goldberg, DiLello, and Torres battling for the championship. And Goldberg's a former Cup champion, so he looks to add a Truck championship to his name. Rickshaw was an X-Series driver beforehand. Now he might try to get back to the X-Series with a guarantee ride next season. And Greg Torres, Anthony DiLello making names for themselves. Maybe one of those guys could be your champion. Who knows? The 4 will battle for the title here at Joltis. It'll be a dozen laps around, and if there's a need for overtime, we'll do it. Here we go. The green flag is out, and the championship race is underway. Right now, the 98 off to a great start so far. We'll see how long this will last, though. It looked like DiLello got a little bit on the high line, though. He's getting advantage on that high lane. How about that? How about him running that high line, and he's doing pretty well, and he's staying in his position. Four-wide battle behind them. This is the biggest track in Intertown 3 and the fastest one too. So a lot is on the line here today, and one mistake could cause a big crash. Looks like both DiLello and Rickshaw are both even in the first lap of the race, but they're drafting each other. A little bit of the advantage goes to DiLello, though, as the 16 is trying to pull ahead. As Anthony DiLello, he might try to go to the X Series next season. His brother, Zachary, is in that series, believe it or not. DiLello leads the first lap, and he's been on fire, by the way, might add. The 16 won the last 2 races to get in here in the Championship 4. He might go for a 3rd, and that might be his 5th win of the season. 5 wins for that team is something unprecedented, and it would be the most of any Pokemon Cup truck driver has ever gotten this season, in a season. And now look at the 88 of Monica just took the lead away as they're both down to 4 wide. Both DiLello and Rickshaw 4 wide now. And with the slower speeds, there's much lesser risk of having a big crash, but, well, it could happen. We could still get a big one in this middle pack. DiLello's hanging on by a thread right now in that lane, and there's Greg Torres and Philip Goldberg. Torres is way up high. Not in a great position to be at. Torres is not in a good position to make a move already, so he's in trouble. His third lap is going in now, and there you see those cars are all trying to be aggressive. They're all trying to make their moves. It's a great battle now, and it looks like DiLello is actually in the lead again. This might be his championship to win, actually. I mean, to lose. Man, my goodness, DiLello has been on fire lately. He has won the last 2 races, like I said, to get into this final championship 4. Now they're going 4-5 wide now. This is going to get really dicey now. These cars are all getting bunched up together. This could decide who wins the title. Still a big battle going on here. It's still the middle of the pack. My goodness, they're all caught up in the middle. And DiLello takes the lead again as Isaiah Ayers moves up to second. Alex Parker is up to 3rd place and Nick Salmon's up to 4th. And Nick Salmon tries to add another win here. Surprisingly, I don't think he has a win this season. I think Gustavo and Ken McGrant does have a win. Right in the middle. Surely going to be a spectacle to see now, and 3 trucks have separated from the pack. Right now the 16's in front, and there's Joe Jefferson in the 4th place. And now it looks like the 16's been the one dominating here today. Ryan Rickshaw, though, is still in the low lane. He could still try to make a move. And Philip Goldberg has dropped down into and Greg Torres still stuck on the high lane, but Philip Goldberg moves up to the low line, moves down. Might be in jeopardy though, because he might be caught up in the middle of the crash storm if there is one. But who knows? Things could happen. Goldberg goes on the low lane. He's going to try to stick to it as long as he can. Right now, the lowest of now the final 4, Greg Torres, has just moved down the low lane as well. So who's going to get the better run? Excuse me. Anyway, Torres is down low now. Goldberg stuck in the middle. This might be interesting. Another lap led by DiLello, but it won't matter. The laps led will not matter because DiLello still needs to be the highest finisher of the 4 to win the championship. Ayers, Arocha, Balvin, Wade, McShane, all in the top 5. Goldberg down the middle, and so is the 3 of Greg Torres. And Ryan Rickshaw is the next closest to the 16 as he is in the middle of the pack. Now these cars are starting to pick up a little speed. And now Goldberg's still in the middle line right now. Caution though could change everything. Right now they're a little separate, so right now it doesn't look like they're crashing. They're going to crash at any point. I'm not sure how the 16 is able to lead for so long at Joltis. You don't usually see drivers lead very long at this track. This being very fast, very wide, a lot of passing zones. It's a very fast and wide track. Ryan Rickshaw now moves to the low line with 7 to go. Still might have a chance to make a comeback here. Might have to go a little aggressive there on the draft. And now Nick Sam is going to try to get by the 98. But he's still on the bottom lane. He still has a chance to catch up. At this point, if a caution comes out, it's going to get really, really tight. And now it looks like the 16 got bumped up high by O'Neal Balvin. That might be a chance for Rickshaw to pass the 16. There's one car off pace. Annabeth Ferris off the pace. And so is Chris Amdev is a little bit off the pace. What a shame. DiLello, how about him trying to hang on to that high line? I believe there's 6 laps now left here at Joltis. Anything can still happen. And the 98 of Ryan Rickshaw is on that bottom lane. He's waiting for a move. He's trying to make the right move. Balvin trying to be aggressive down low. Might be an opening for him. He's now in the top 5 trying to catch the 16. So Rickshaw is making his move. And he's got to hope that he stays in the bottom line as far as possible. Looks like Max Anderson is really a little low on the bottom, so it might be a little difficult for him to make his move. In that middle line, it might be a little difficult to make a move as the 10 trying to hang on, and Kenny Johnson still in the middle. And now Rickshaw moves up to the high line, and that's not a good sign for that team. Not a good move on Rickshaw's part. I guess he was forced up high. Nearly got bumped by Code Luigi there. And Philip Goldberg is now. And Greg Torres is now going on the bottom lane. So Greg Torres moves down low with a 41 as well. 5 to go. 5 laps remain. The 16, by the way, led that lap. But the most laps led will not matter. All that matters is who finishes the highest of the 4. Balvin in the 92, going for the win. And he's going to have to try to bump out the Championship 4 competitor to do it. I mean, DiLello has been the one to watch out for. He has been so dominant. Trying to end the season with his 3rd straight win. I don't think that's ever been done in the Cup, in the Truck Series, having a driver with 3 wins in a row. 16 has been just really killing it out there. My goodness, I mean, he just didn't want to lose. Now Luke Walker goes to the low line. He might be trouble for the other competitors in the Championship 4. Oh, they're getting tight. They're getting really tight now. Now they're starting to really tighten up. This could end in disaster. 4 laps to go. 4 to go at Joltis. There's still a chance for something to happen. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Still trying to hang on tight as possible. With 4 laps to go now. If there's a caution and we come down to overtime, that's probably what the 16 does not want to see. Now Rickshaw's up in the wall. He's literally in the wall now. This is going to really hurt him in the line. Still tight. Oh man, they're going down. Going on the bottom lane. There might be pit stops. I think there's going to be pit stops at the end. And that might decide who wins it. Still very tight. They're still really, really tight. And that 16 has blocked everybody. I mean, my goodness, it's like he has solved the Joltis conundrum. But with 3 to go, will these guys be able to hold on? And DiLello holds on to the lead right now with 3 laps to go. And Robbie Bogus is second, only competing to win. He wants to win in the truck. I mean, this season has been pretty bad for Bogus up to this point. He could really use a win. And Greg Torres pushed up high. And now Rickshaw where's Rickshaw? He's down the low line with Goldberg. And in 3 laps, that's going to take a long time for them to make any move. DiLello has just been so dominant at this track today. But here comes Monica Just. No drafting partner, though. And compared to DiLello, who is drafting with the 23 and now moves down to the 16. Three laps to go with Joltis now. DiLello's trying to hang on and hope that a caution does not come out. Because it's surely going to bunch up the field here for overtime. And Monica Just is going to stay on his bumper. As Monica Just is trying to end this season with a win. Just 2 more laps around Joltis to decide the Pokemon Truck Champion. Even if DiLello does get passed for the lead, he's still got a little bit of room between the next finisher. Oh, but Goldberg has moved to the low line. He might have a chance to make it. He might have a chance. Here comes Ayers. Might come down to 3 trucks to win. There's still the possibility of this group crashing. And Goldberg making a big surge. There you see David Vigneault Jr. trying to get 3rd place. And it looks like there may not be a yellow. Unless if something goes wrong. Still a long ways to go to the white flag. And look at them. They're going 3 wide for that lead. Look at Ayers. Look at the run. Ayers trying to move to 3rd. And here we go. Just 1 more lap around. Here at Joltis. Will Anthony DiLello hang on for the win and the title? He might be all but assured of the title if he can survive on this last lap. White flag is out. The 16 might be a winner. They're crashing on the last lap. They just crashed the final lap. Hernandez flipping with Burnett. But they already took the white flag after the crash. They'll race it back. They finally had a crash on the last lap. 2 drivers, surprisingly. And even if DiLello doesn't win, he's still got a large margin over Philip Goldberg. He's just got to hang on for 1 more time. Anthony DiLello, he has put a performance of a lifetime here at Joltis. Might be on the way to a win. And he would end the season with 3 wins and with 3 straight wins and 5 victories overall. I mean, he has had the dream season. Now Goldberg's catching up though, but he's on the high lane, and the only hope for him is if DiLello somehow messes up. Down the final corners, and Anthony DiLello, he's gonna do it. He's gonna win the race and the championship for Season 3 of the Pokemon Truck Series here at Joltis Super Speedway. And Anthony DiLello, he just put on a dominating performance to capture the championship. So congratulations to Anthony DiLello on becoming your Season 3 champion, winning the race and the title. What a finish, what a season for that 16 team. What a season for Anthony DiLello. His 5th win of the season. 3, capping off his wonderful season with 3 straight wins, all at super speedways, and not to mention his 5th win overall. This has been his season. He's been the dominant driver the entire run, almost the entire season. He has been dominant, and well deserved. He wins the Season 3 Pokemon Truck Championship. So here are the results. The rest of the Final 4, Goldberg was 6th, Torres 11th, Rickshaw was 24th. And the rest of the results, you saw Hernandez and Burnett crash on the final lap of the race. They took the white flag already, so they got to race back to the line. If that crash happened 1 lap earlier, I think this could have been completely different. This could have been a completely different finish with overtime. But Anthony DiLello was sure glad that the yellow came out on the last lap after he took the white. So a sigh of relief on the team's part on hanging on real tight, man. Wow. But congratulations goes out to Anthony DiLello on winning the Season 3 Pokemon Truck Championship. So congratulations to him on that win. We'll see you guys next time for the Season 3 Pokemon X Series race, championship race here at Joltis. We'll see who wins the championship there. So you don't want to miss any of this. You don't want to miss any of our races here in the season finale weekend. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this race. We'll see you guys in the X Series championship race.